Hey guys, plot recap here. Today I'm going to explain the movie Zoo, released in the year 2018. All relevant links and information for the movie will be in the description down below. Before we know more about it, you can support the channel by liking, subscribing, and activating the notifications. It's free and it really helps us to keep growing. Now let's dive in. The opening scene introduces the protagonists of the movie, a married couple, Karen and John, who are in their apartment watching a news broadcast about an infection spreading outside. John assumes that it's a scheme created by the pharmacy companies to make a profit by selling the vaccines for the infection, while the news reporter tells everyone to stay inside their houses so that they can be safe from the infection. The scene shifts to John witnessing a plane crash into their building, while his neighbors tell him that the infected people are biting the others. Back at home, when he tells the same to his wife, Karen does not believe him, but soon enough they find that it is true as they witness from their window two people on the street brutally biting a person. This incident makes them sure that the infection is no scheme, but a serious problem, and they decide to stay in their house. Karen sends John to bring supplies essential for their survival from the neighbor's house, who are not at home. Though John is reluctant about it at first, he eventually agrees to it, and that's how they get a lot of supplies for their survival and plan to continue to do so until the military gets there to rescue them. The next day, Karen senses someone at the door, and when John opens the lock to check who it is, they find some zombies at their doorstep. No sooner do they open the door than the zombies attempt to attack them, but John is successful in closing the door just at the right time. This scares them a lot, which eventually results in the two getting high on drugs. At this point, Karen reveals that she not only has a lot of different types of drugs, but also a gun, which leaves John shocked. The next day, there is a knock at the door again, and terrified by the previous experience, they open the door hesitantly to find out it is not the zombies, but their neighbor Leo and his wife Emily. They let them in, and Leo tells them that after the crash, the two were stuck in the laundry room for 2 days, and that zombies have invaded their apartment, so they have nowhere else to go. After this, the two ask Karen for food. Though they expect Karen to refuse, she gets up to get them food. But in the kitchen, Karen discusses with John that they will have a shortage of food if they feed them, as they already have limited supplies. Nevertheless, they provide the two with food, after which Leo says that if they tell them to go, they will leave. After this, Karen feels she has no other option but to let them stay in their apartment. Hearing this, Leo and Emily tell Karen that they will help them in everything, but Karen says that they are their guests and must not worry about these things. Leo and Emily start living with them, but some bitterness is spotted between the two couples when the next day, Karen tells Leo and Emily to arrange the socks and wash the dishes on the breakfast table while Karen and John watch TV. Emily is pissed by this and makes a plan with Leo that they will take control of the two when they are asleep at night. As they finish their work, they find out that Karen and John are asleep on the sofa, so they discuss their plan, but Karen overhears them. But when Karen asks them what they are discussing, they change the topic and tell her they are planning to make cookies. But Karen says that as they are their guests, she will make the cookies herself. As Karen understands the other couple's plan to take over her and John, she reveals all this to John, and while making cookies, she mixes all the drugs in the cookies, which results in Leo and Emily's death. After this, the couple is worried about the dead bodies and plans that they will leave them in other apartments, just when they realize that Leo and Emily had been infected already and get up even after their deaths. This results in Karen shooting them, and after that, the two hide their bodies in another apartment. Now in the next scene, John asks Karen for a date, and he organizes a beautiful setup in the apartment and the two have a great time together. But at night, someone knocks on their door and say that it is the rescue team, so Karen opens the door without thinking twice. But to their horror, it was not the rescue team but the local goons who enter and hold them hostage. They ask John for money and tell them that they are the only ones remaining in the building, so they must have something valuable helping them to survive. At this point, John says that Karen is all that he has. Hearing this, the leader of the gang takes Karen with him to a room and tries to get physical with her forcefully. But Karen grabs the opportunity when he is not attentive and stabs his throat with a knife, killing him. Just then, the other members of the gang arrive there, shocked to find their leader dead, but Karen is rescued as John shows up and shoots them down. After this, they move the bodies outside the apartment. Later, Karen and John discuss how they are the only people remaining in the building, as the rest are either infected or have left the building. At that point, they hear the rescue team, and they run to their window to grab their attention, but they are unable to do so as the rescue team leaves without noticing them. So now the two plan to go outside the building to catch the rescue team's attention, but as they try to step out of their door, they witness zombies all around the apartment, so they come back inside. As they are running out of food, they plan to go out again the next day, this time better prepared than the last time. Though they try to pass through the zombies, they are forced to come back inside due to the horrible conditions outside the apartment entirely filled with zombies. It is now revealed that when they were outside, they were attacked by the zombies, resulting in Karen being injured and infected. But John comforts her that everything will be alright, as the military might have a vaccine for the infection, so she must not lose courage and just wait for the military to come and get them. The scene shifts to Karen having nightmares, waking up and going to the main door. John also wakes up, and Karen tells him about the nightmare, and also how she has this weird hunger inside her that she just can't seem to control. After hearing this, John cuts his hand and offers the blood to Karen for her to drink. Though Karen is reluctant at first, she realizes after drinking the blood that it satisfies her hunger. Though she is not comfortable with John doing this for her, he convinces her that it's only a matter of a few days until the military arrives, and she will be alright again. But Karen is still not ready, so John gets angry and tells her that it is his choice. She agrees, but tells John to clean his wound because she can smell it. The next day, John and Karen are discussing their future, and John is trying to cheer Karen up with all the positive ideas and saying that the military will arrive here by tomorrow morning, and after that, they will live a good life and have a baby of their own, which they will name Luke. But among these happy thoughts, the two start crying. Later, when Karen is taking a bath, John offers her his blood again. She drinks it in one go, and she realizes that slowly she is transforming into a zombie. The next morning, when John wakes up, he finds Karen missing from the bed and finds a letter in the bathroom. In the letter, Karen confesses her genuine feelings for John, writing that he makes her life better, but that her hunger is increasing each day and she doesn't want it to affect John, so she wants to end it all. John gets very emotional after reading the letter and finds Karen chained in a room with a tag on her saying if John loves her, he must kill her. John cries his eyes out at this, brings a gun, and points it at Karen. Just then, the scene shifts to the military entering the front door, trying to find Karen and John. But when they find them, we discover that both Karen and John have transformed into zombies, and they have taped each other's hands together. The soldiers are also awestruck by this and get a bit emotional seeing their love for each other. But as they have no other option, they shoot both of them down and the movie ends. That was all from the video. I hope you liked it. Subscribe for more content like this and hit the like button to help us out. Also, leave a comment if you want us to recap your favorite movie. Until next time, take care.